Today we're going to talk about what happened to Dathan and Abiram's wives. You might recall their story from the book of Numbers. Dathan and Abiram were Israelites who, along with a man named Korah, rebelled against Moses and Aaron. They challenged Moses' leadership, questioning his authority and God's choice of Aaron. This wasn't just a disagreement. It was a serious challenge to God's leadership over the Israelites. In response to their actions, the ground beneath them opened up and swallowed them along with their families. It was a dramatic and immediate judgment from God, emphasizing the gravity of their actions. Now, while Korah's rebellion is well documented, there's limited information provided about Dathan and Abiram's wives. The wives of Dathan and Abiram play a significant role in understanding the full impact of the rebellion, yet their story often gets overlooked. These women were not merely background characters. They were part of a community, and their lives were deeply affected by the actions of their husbands. When the earth swallowed Dathan, Abiram, and their families, it was a complete destruction. The wives, along with their children, were caught up in this judgment. The historical and biblical context suggests that the families were directly involved in the rebellion, making the aftermath for their wives incredibly challenging. Now let's discuss what may have happened to the wives of Dathan and Abiram. After their husbands were judged by God, the community's reaction and God's response were swift and severe. This event served as a warning to the Israelites about the consequences of rebellion against God's leadership. For the wives, the aftermath would have been incredibly difficult. The wives, now widows, would have faced numerous challenges. Not only did they lose their husbands, but they also likely lost their sons who were probably old enough to participate in the rebellion. They found themselves in a community that had just witnessed the severe judgment of God. Their situation was marked by tragedy, loss, and possibly even ostracization. The immediate aftermath would have been filled with grief and mourning. The sudden and dramatic disappearance of their husbands and likely children would have been emotionally devastating. The wives would have had to come to terms with the loss of their family members and the circumstances surrounding their deaths. As the community began to process the event, there might have been a sense of fear and uncertainty. The wives could have been viewed with suspicion or anger, as some might have blamed them for the actions of their husbands. There might have been questions about their roles in the rebellion and how they might have influenced their husbands. The wives would have had to navigate these reactions, seeking support and understanding in a community that was still coming to terms with the recent tragedy. Finally, there would have been practical concerns. The wives would have been responsible for taking care of themselves and any remaining family members. They would have needed to find ways to support themselves and their families, possibly relying on the support of the community or other relatives. The loss of their husbands would have created financial and emotional strain, requiring them to be resilient and resourceful during a time of immense grief. The story of the wives of Dathan and Abiram serves as a reminder of the human element present in biblical narratives. It encourages us to reflect on the personal stories behind the well-known events and consider the impact of those events on the lives of ordinary people. While the Bible doesn't provide extensive details about their lives after the rebellion, we can imagine the challenges and hardships they faced. Their story is a testament to the complexities of faith, family, and the human condition. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about other fascinating biblical accounts, check out our video on another captivating topic. Thank you for watching, and I invite you to subscribe to our channel for more engaging videos.